Shalom, everyone. Just one thing for you to think about, believer. If Jesus Christ himself made clear he did not came to earth to bring peace but the sword, he came not to bring peace but division, then why is it that so many people that claim to follow Christ are so occupied with trying to maintain and keep peace? Jesus is the Prince of Peace. Don't get things wrong. And he brings true peace. What Jesus was basically saying is he did not came to appease wickedness, because that's what the peace of the world is. The world has no true, genuine peace. The only so-called peace that the world has is the appeasing of wickedness. You see? By not forcing people to change their ways, by not forcing people to deal with difficult issues, people feel relieved. And when people feel relieved, they are more willingly to be blackmailed. And that's what the peace of the world is. Now, Jesus made clear that his kingdom is not from this world. So listen, if Jesus never concerned himself with world peace, then why are Christians occupied with it? Because, let me give an example of the peace of the world, okay? You have a family, you have of course, husband, wife, and the kids around, and you have the family-in-law, and the husband is very aggressive and he's very violent. When he doesn't get his way, he throws stuff and he begins to threaten people. He even has beaten his wife a few times. But now, people don't want to deal with the issue because the family-in-law will be outraged when this issue is discussed. The family-in-law of the wife. I mean, the family of the wife. I mean, the family of the husband. You see, don't want to admit that their relative is violent because they know very well they contributed to the development of that man's character, because that man was emotionally neglected when he was a kid. Now, is his emotional neglected, is his past by being emotionally neglected as a kid, is that an excuse for being violent towards his wife and towards his children? No, but his family contributed to how he has become, and they don't want to admit that. So they decide they're not discussing the issue. So the family of the husband is basically they are putting a charge on the wife of the relative to not speak about it. And the woman, who's basically torn between two families, decides, I'm going to tolerate it, and when he hits the children, I'm going to find one way to blame the children for it. That in that manner, the marriage continues. They are married for 50 years. The children are all grown up and they have children of their own. One of the grandchildren, who is 22 years old, she is studying at Harvard, and she looks back on her family and she notices that there is a culture of of negativity, a culture of blame within her family. And she notices that it has impacted her. You see? And she asks questions about this. She asks her uncles and cousins about it. And one of the grandchildren of the brother of her grandfather then explains that her grandfather um, used to be very violent in his young years, but people didn't want to discuss it. So your parents grew up with a lot of bitterness, and they never got over it. You see, so just don't talk about it. But a 22-year-old Harvard student, she wants to discuss it because she's about to get married also, and she doesn't want her children to be involved with a toxic atmosphere. She talks about it with her parents, and suddenly her parents begin to attack her, to blame her, to label her, and she's emotionally injured by it. Build a healthy relationship with these people, A transparent, healthy relationship is not possible. I'm not dealing with them. She cuts them off. She cuts her parents off and her grandparents. She cuts her relatives off. Now, what she has done now is raising questions with outsiders. Why does that daughter cut herself off from her parents and her grandparents? So now people are going to ask questions that the family is not willingly to answer. So now they have to make her look bad so they can protect their ego, protect their reputation. What I've just described here is how dynamics are in the world. The peace of the world is the appeasement of wickedness. And we all grew up in this world system, so we all grew up with, we were all taught to appease wickedness. So listen, when you became born again, you became part of Jesus' kingdom. So if Jesus does not appease wickedness, if he is not in the business of maintaining world peace, then neither should Christians. Yes, we should desire peace for others, true peace, not counterfeit peace. True freedom, not counterfeit freedom. Well, that being said, you all, I hope this video has blessed you, and may the grace of Jesus Christ be with you. Shalom.